Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Phoning It In. I am Michael Carvelli, joined, as always, by John Terry. And guess what, John?
What's that?
This is our first episode of March that we are recording.
You're right.
First,
I apologize for slacking. I kind of went there a week without. I totally forgot we missed an episode.
that's okay. When we missed a week, so I held the week that we did the episode with Michael a week, so we didn't miss anything technically. I guess we did miss anything, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you. Well, my apologies. I was super busy in a winter storm in Dallas, which was not fun.
Love that.
So got to pull an all-nighter though for the first time in a while.
I was gonna say, so you sent us the video the morning after your all-nighter, and it's so, I shouldn't call it funny because it's not. It's a serious thing. You were working, you were doing a lot of stuff. However, it's like the second one of these like long, more important trips that US Soccer has had, where you have sent us a video at like the tail end of it. And Nick and I have texted each other like, man, he's going through it right now. John is looking rough right now.
Dude, you know, the most impressive thing about that is I stayed up all night and then drove to Austin.
It's so stupid. Yeah, you like,
I like the next like 5 nights. Literally, I slept, like even last night I went to bed at like 8 p.m. I've gotten like 14 hours of sleep the last 5 nights.
Look at you
doing what you can, man. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta sleep.
Of course. Stay healthy by just hibernating for stretches when you're not working.
Yeah, man. It's rough. It's brutal, but we got through it. Fun challenge.
See, here's the thing. You have these tough moments because your stuff slightly more important than the stuff that I am doing. However,
I don't know that, but
both I do. I will say it.
I would say like
now
things are maybe more time sensitive that require me to stay up all night.
The point of what I am saying, though, both of us, I think we've been grinding away, a lot of work happening. And what do we get at the end of that? What's the reward here as we are now?
We get March, am I allowed to say, in Kansas City?
We are now, I mean, we're now literally less than 2 weeks.
Very exciting. Flights booked? You got your flights booked?
Of course.
What time you land at?
What I sent it a while. You got to pay attention,
dude. I was so busy, man. Like, I didn't look at our group.
I think
message. You're like later, right? Like 6
It's like 6.
Okay, like cool. 6. So Cody will scoop up me, and then Nick will scoop up you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have the villa ready to go when you walk in the door.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Like it is.
What time do you leave at? What time do you leave at?
Like leave from Kansas City?
Yeah.
It's a late flight.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I want to say 6.
Oh, okay. Got it. Nice. Yeah. That's exciting. I think I'm at like 3:30 or 4 or something.
I can't wait, man. It's so fun.
It doesn't feel real too. Like
it really does.
Full disclosure, I have not watched any basketball. Nick sends us these like morning. Sorry, my cat is.
It's great.
I haven't watched basketball. Like I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know. I'm
gonna blame it on WVU, but it has kind of zapped my like desire to watch much other basketball. I'll tune in for the big games. I'll tune in like when I hear a game is close or whatever, and you follow on Twitter, you see what's going on, whatever. But yeah, I have been following less than I have in years past as well. So March coming at a perfect time though. Gonna get hyped up for it. Watch some conference tournaments the next couple weeks.
You know what the unfortunate thing is though, because we will be in the state of Kansas.
Okay.
DraftKings is not a thing in Kansas.
Yeah.
You might have to, offshore it. So
right. Yeah. I mean, there are other ways to do it. We'll find. We found our ways to do it back in Denver. So
we got to do the dollar bill thing again too. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. I threw out an idea to Nick, and this would require us all to kind of to throw some stuff together of like, what are your favorite like March tropes, right? Like a buzzer beater or
how many upsets in the first round.
There's an upset over a higher ranked team, or like,
I like that.
The broadcaster does a story about someone's family or something like that, or like siblings. They talk about siblings being on the same team, like the stuff that you get traditionally throughout March. I want us to put together a list of all of our favorite like March Madness type things.
Like prop bets.
And basically, well, I'm saying turn it into a like bingo game.
Oh,
We all get like randomly generated bingo cards.
because
And
we're gonna watch every single game.
Yeah. And put a couple bucks on like who would win, who would hit bingo first as the tournament goes.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
It would just require us. I think we would all need to, put in a list of like 10 March things that
We could also do that Wednesday night though too.
we could.
We just need to find a printer.
Yeah, I mean, you probably don't even need. I'm sure there are like websites,
digital ones or something.
Yeah, because that's how we would do like the randomly generated. Is like just put them all into a thing, and just have it make bingo
So
cards.
we need 25 or 24 different things. I don't hate that. It's gonna be
at
fun,
least
man.
24. I think if we can all think of 10 things, that gives you 40 total.
You know what the crazy thing is about this is that this will be the first time since July 21st of
2019.
2019. Geez, I should know that.
Yeah, that's bad. It's a bad look. We'll edit.
Yeah.
Mariel's not gonna
She doesn't listen.
Yeah.
My wedding anniversary. It'll be the first time since my wedding that all four of us have been together.
It's wild. Because like, I mean, it's one of those things where like I think all of us have seen two of us.
Correct. I have seen you and Nick. You have seen.
I think
me.
I've seen you and Cody.
I'm the only one who's seen Nick. Because Nick has seen me. Oh no, Nick has only seen me.
Has Nick not seen Cody?
I don't think Nick's seen Cody.
Why did I think they?
Regardless. I mean, dude, when I saw Nick, it was like we were like 6 feet apart, mask on. Like I didn't see his beautiful face.
Man,
so
I'm so excited. Like there is like, first off, there's the whole phenomena of like, I don't know if you've had it yet, but like I've gotten to the point where I am like, people I work with know that I'm going to be out of town. Right.
I'm not there yet.
And they ask me like, oh, where are you going? And then I have to kind of explain what we're doing.
It's this tradition.
We've talked about it before.
We've only done it once.
Right. It's so weird to think of it because we do at this point think of it as like
this annual thing,
a legit tradition, even though it's been done one time and that's it. But man, I cannot wait. We're gonna get some really good Kansas City foods.
Some barbecue. We got a cheap Airbnb too, so like we can.
Got a real nice Airbnb.
We do only have 2 beds though. I just realized, so we're gonna have to like rotate on the couch, or someone's gonna have to sleep on the couch.
I mean, if you remember Denver,
I know I do. I'm just saying.
If you remember Denver, Nick and I slept on couches.
Right. I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing.
Won't be that big a deal.
Yeah. Excited though, dude. And it has a basketball hoop. Nick drove by the other day.
I know, that was so funny to see.
The basketball hoop is fun.
It honestly looks like the like dumb video that I made about us going to Overland Park. It looks like one of the houses.
Yeah, it does. I mean, maybe it is.
Which is kind of, I need to pull that video back up and see if
it is.
If it has a basketball hoop outside.
Hey, Marlo, stop it. Jesus. Don't respect the podcast.
I'm so excited for the barbecue and stuff in Kansas City. I haven't been. I guess for Nick's wedding is the last time.
We gotta like plan. I think it'd be fun to like. I mean, I think like over the next week and a half, it would be fun to like plan out like what we want to do. Like.
Yeah, well, because we also need to figure out like, do we want to? I don't know if we're wanting to like eat at the restaurants.
Yeah, like I mean, maybe outdoor. It's up to Nick, honestly. Like,
or are we good to
Nick? Because Nick has the kid who's not vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm honestly very okay to just get stuff and bring it to the house.
Oh, dude, one hundo p.
Yeah, totally fine with that. So it's like, it's one of those things of like, should we maybe do we just pick one every day? Do we do like a little samplers?
I don't know. I think
a little taste from everywhere.
I'm just excited, man.
I can't wait. I do think because there's also obviously like good stuff outside of barbecue. Like I would be interested to try other things in Kansas City.
Yeah, right. I mean, Yeah, that's fair. But I would like if I could pick, like I'd rather ball out with barbecue every night and
Well, yeah.
then do like a, like maybe like a late lunch, early dinner situation. Cause like
Yeah.
the problem with barbecue, man, is you eat so much of it
Mhm.
that like you feel like shit. And then you go to sleep and you feel like shit. So it's like you do like the early dinner, you feel like shit, we get some, fun night stuff. But then you basically just need 2 meals a day.
Yeah. The eating so much you feel like shit thing. I feel like I don't know if we might have more stuff we want to talk about with March,
No,
but I
no,
also feel like it's
take it on. This is a good segue.
a good segue into another thing we're going to talk about because it's one thing that I'm genuinely concerned about
Okay.
because we are going to a place like Kansas City where
Yeah.
I am going to want to eat a lot of barbecue.
Hell yeah, baby.
I have been attempting to eat like less of a garbage person.
Which is great.
Yeah, sure. And I'm worried about it.
How are you doing, by the way? We talked about this off air several weeks ago. Like, how is it going?
We're about a month in,
Month in. Okay.
and I'm down about 10 pounds.
Woo, boy. Marlo just got very scared. That's great.
Yeah.
That's like a legit number.
It's not,
It's,
I'm
I'm impressed.
basically have been going to a nutritionist.
What have you told your nutritionist about your trip to Kansas City yet?
I mentioned it today.
How did that go over?
I mean, just excited, I guess.
Okay.
I haven't gotten into the conversation of like,
hey, I'm gonna eat like this. How
it's not even the eating part that is. I think the eating part will be mostly fine.
Okay.
Because like, first off, when I go to barbecue places, I don't do like sandwiches. I don't like to do sandwiches. I like to just do like one of the plates where I'm just having the meat. So that's not that bad, really. You're just having meat with barbecue sauce, whatever.
Just meat, man.
The thing that I would have to change up would be like, maybe instead of doing like fries, like do a veggie or something like that. Whatever.
Dude, I'm sorry, but vegetables at barbecue places are not healthy.
Yeah, but it's better. But it's better than
saturated in butter.
Okay, but that's better than like.
I was making a joke. You're right. It is.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese. But dude, you're gonna turn down some barbecue mac and cheese though? Just like a little cup.
No, I'll probably have a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be stupid, but like,
gonna be stupid.
But it's like also like instead of doing mac and cheese and fries or something like that.
What about like drinking? Like
that's the thing I'm most worried about.
Okay.
Is like, because it's as much as we love beer, like it's not like.
I mean, should we just not do beer?
I'm fine. I don't want anybody to change anything they're doing.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, do we need to have more of a focus on like some hard A?
Well, I was like, we can do the beers. When we were there last time in Denver, did we do Claws?
Dude, White Claws weren't even a thing back then. Are you kidding?
In 2019? Yes, they were.
No, I don't think they were.
They absolutely were.
Oh, actually, I think they were because I remember yelling like "Ain't no laws" with White Claws.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure. I feel like we had White Claws in Denver.
Not a lot though.
No, but we can buy some White Claw. That's a little bit better. Like I have some of those.
2016 is when they were introduced.
Yeah. So like there's ways to do it.
Sip some bourbon.
I'm just gonna have to have. It's gonna be a bad week. Is what I'm saying. It's gonna be.
It's not even a bad week, dude. It's a bad 4 days.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically I've been going to this person, like I do the weigh in, measure stuff.
Oh shit. Like every time.
Yeah. And then basically we go through like a meal plan for the week and give me, an idea of like what I,
does this person, I was going to call her she, because I'm just assuming she's a woman. Okay. That was like kind of fucked up of me though, to assume.
I assume her pronouns are she.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Does she give you like recipes?
So the menu basically has
like any breakfast recipes,
basically
we're going to be making breakfast in the villa.
I mean, I kind of go on my own.
Okay.
Recipe wise, like like one of the menus here, they have listed like hard boiled eggs and fruit as a breakfast.
Dude, hard boiled eggs.
I hate them. Get them out of
No,
here.
it's disgusting.
So what I do though instead is I just do scrambled eggs and fruit,
there you go.
and I just do,
Dude,
you know, it's
Can we talk
basically
about how just like gross hard boiled eggs are? Like you got
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Like no
yeah,
thanks.
no. But that's kind of the thing. I like you get they basically give ingredients of like what you're looking for, and more particularly like how much of them you're looking for. Like amount wise.
Right.
And then you do it that way. And then you kind of just like go with what you want as long as it stays within those parameters, basically.
That's fair. Did you just see Nick's text, by the way?
Did I just see? Yes, I did.
Perhaps that's an option.
That would be an option.
A John Terry.
Yeah. Like I said, first off, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not like the heaviest drinker in the world. Even
No, you are not. You are not.
So like, I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue either way. Like if I'm having just like my regular stuff, not a huge deal.
Do you remember last time in Denver, how many beers we had?
Oh,
Dude, we had like over 120 beers
it was a lot.
in like 4.5 days.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And it was like 3.5 days. We didn't drink anything on Sunday.
Yeah. It was a good bit.
Yeah, it's a good bit. So maybe we change it up.
We don't need to do that. I'm not asking anyone to do that. I'm just saying I am preparing for a rough week when I go back to that person after that.
Yeah, you're gonna be pissed, but whatever.
It's fine. It'll be okay. But yeah, that's
YOLO.
Just
take some videos. Are you still gonna do the video thing?
Yeah.
You're gonna try to get some video of us.
Oh yeah.
So you can just show her the nice video.
I've got some stuff planned for that.
I'm excited.
I think it's gonna be it'll be fine. Like I think the big thing is just like sort of developing habits, right? Like developing good habits. The thing is, I
mean, you've been doing it a month. Like that's impressive.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Like I'm basically at a point now of like trying to cut the weight that I gained over the course of the pandemic.
Got it. Okay.
Which is a bit, I gained a literal COVID-19. Like that's the number. And
that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and we're halfway there. We're halfway home.
Getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So get there. And then, I mean, now granted, before the pandemic, I was like, man, I could really lose like 25 pounds and be good. So plenty of work left after that.
Are you still doing the Peloton?
I haven't gotten to do it as much as I would like to, just because I haven't been going to my parents' house as
Right.
And if I have been going, when I go over there, I go to like just hang out for a little bit in the evening.
Yeah. To see your parents, not to. Yeah. That's fair.
So haven't gotten to do it as much. I'm trying to get.
Well, dude, like imagine the combination of nutritionist lady and Peloton.
There you go.
I mean, shit, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing the thing. I did a thing last year around because for us Catholics, Lent is underway.
Dude, Ash Wednesday was yesterday.
Yeah. So I
definitely had an Italian beef sandwich yesterday.
There you go. I did not have any meat yesterday. I did well.
I had an Italian beef sandwich, and I think I had meat for dinner too. I had chicken for dinner.
Had a boy. I did like a salad.
Everything but fish.
I'm making tilapia tomorrow. That's what I'm excited.
Dude, tilapia, man. They don't love me some tilapia.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's one of my HelloFresh meals this week. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So last year I did a thing that I'm going to do again this year where it was like do some kind of exercise, some kind of Peloton thing, some kind of exercise for all 40 days. So see how that goes. Nice. Did it yesterday and probably going to do it before I go to bed today. Do a little something small.
I was so like, and I've been trying to do the Peloton obviously. And then dude, I fucking hurt my neck.
I would love to talk about this because you know what I'm going to ask. Because I'm trying. Hold on. Let me pull up the texts.
Dude, I literally thought I paralyzed myself.
Yeah. And this is what I want to get to. Because John, I don't want to, I want to take this claim seriously. I want to treat I want to treat. Listen, I love you. I want to treat you with the
I
respect.
exaggerate a lot of things.
Yes, I want to treat you with the respect that you deserve for this injury.
This is not an exaggeration.
I kind of think it might be.
Dude, have you ever hurt your neck?
I haven't, but I doubt that it's as bad as you had described
A
it.
question. Have you ever like woken up with like a crick in your neck and like you can't turn your head one way?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine that, but you can't move your head at all. That's
Okay.
how I have been feeling for the last 5 days.
This is for anybody listening. John, who was where were you guys at?
Steamboat Springs.
Steamboat.
Which, by the way,
Steamboat Springs.
It's in Colorado.
Yes.
We landed, and dude, this airport, man, like the richest, whitest airport I've ever seen in my life. It was like gross. And like whatever. Like I'm like a white dude that just is going on a ski trip. So like I can't really talk, but like, dude, I judge so hard because like it was just like grotesque. Like the bags people were carrying, like you could just like tell like who was there, who like flew a private jet there, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not proud of myself. I was like, why am I here?
Come on. You should be proud of yourself. You're rubbing elbows with those kind of elites.
Dude, I used my United miles to fly into that airport.
So Saturday night, John from Steamboat Springs sends us a message in our group chat, and it reads, quote, "Just completely fucked my neck putting on a neck warmer. Ski weekend might be done before it started. Getting old sucks." And then we hear nothing from him for an hour and 6 minutes when he texts, "Dude, I can't move my neck. Think I've fucked up my spinal cord."
Dude, it
is at this point that Nick responds, "What the hell happened?" To which John says, "I'm going to take some muscle relaxers tonight, hoping it improves overnight." So I just need to.
So let me take you through the timeline.
Let's hear
because
I'm fascinated. But
so
honestly, a tremendous recovery.
It still hurts.
I mean,
and for proof of that, hold on. Ow.
Quite a recovery.
I have a heating pad that has been on my neck all day.
Can you show us? Can you show the people watching on YouTube what you look like with that heating pad on your neck?
I just put it down my back. Yeah, so I just do this.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
I do this. I do.
I was anticipating like a cone type setup.
Yes. So you
Okay,
can't really see, but
that's less fun than I expected. I was thinking you were gonna have it like around your neck, like a towel.
No. Okay, so let me explain to you what happened.
Please.
First off,
please. Do.
Okay, so I get to Steamboat. It's great, by the way. Steamboat, cool place.
Love it. It's one of my favorites, honestly.
We are so randomly. This kid we went to high school with was in Steamboat, and he ran into Michael at a restaurant the night before.
Randomly.
So we were gonna go out and get beers with him and his girlfriend at a brewery that was walking distance from our place. So like we're about to leave to go get beers, and it's cold. Like it's like 10 degrees outside. Okay, I got my coat on, my pants, whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna put on a neck warmer. It was cold. Okay. And I'm all into neck warmers after these like recent soccer games. Like neck warmers really, man, you lose a lot of heat in this area right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have two different styles of neck warmers. I have like one that's like a sock, like, that's like a loose fitting thing over your neck. Then I have this Nike one that's like an athletic one that's like, there's no, like it's super tight, but it really keeps your neck warm.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to put on the super tight one. It like looks a little sleeker or whatever. I go to put it on and I pull it down on my head, and dude, it like, I don't know what happened, but my neck moved. I think it like moved in a way where like every muscle in my neck just started spasming and I had shooting pain down my spine. Thought I had paralyzed myself. Okay. Don't laugh. This is not funny. Okay.
It's kind of funny.
So when you have like a crick in your neck and you
Yeah.
can't move, like usually you wake up and you just like can't look to the left or
Right.
something. You have to move your whole body.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't move to the left. I couldn't move to the right. Going up still kind of hurts. Can't really move up. Can't go to the up, which is a problem when you're trying to like chug a beer and you can't like look up all the way. Couldn't
Rough,
go
rough
down.
life for you.
That still hurts too.
I wish
Couldn't move my motherfucking head
I went.
because every muscle had been hurt. Somehow.
I'm just picturing you drinking beer out of a straw now.
Well, I wasn't. I made it work.
That's what I want.
Okay.
But that's what I want.
So that I'm trying to stretch. I'm trying to do all this stuff. The irony here is my sister-in-law had a neck issue that the previous week, and she had like muscle relaxers for the neck issue.
Huh.
So meanwhile, I'm like devastated. I don't want to even admit how much I paid for these ski lift tickets to go skiing on Sunday and Monday. Not to mention the ski in, ski out Airbnb that we were staying in, or the flights.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to ski. I'm done. It's over. I've completely ruined this. Anyway, so like I don't know, you know, like hand warmers or whatever. Well, you can buy these hand warmers that like stick to your back. They're like for old people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we literally got a ton of those.
I feel like Shaq promotes them.
Dude, it's called Therma something.
I feel like there's a thing with Shaq.
Dude,
I think he does icy hot and that.
Had one on my back for like 4 straight days. I'd change them every 12 hours.
Yeah.
Sleep in them, ski in them. Wore the neck warmer all the time. Like it ended up being fine. Like I was, you know, like I could, it wasn't like the most enjoyable. Actually, skiing wasn't bad because like I thought the vibrations of like turning and stuff was going to hurt my neck and it didn't. The worst part was just I was like sitting around just trying to like drink a beer because like you can't move. So it was the worst neck pain I've ever experienced in my life.
Did you ever think about going to a doctor? Was that ever?
I was in Steamboat Springs, man.
I'm sure they have medical facilities in Steamboat Springs.
I didn't. Like
in Steamboat Springs, the palace of the rich, they have to have some kind of medical facility.
My sister-in-law is technically a doctor. And so whatever. She told me I was fine. She told me to suck it up.
There you go.
It wasn't great though. It was actually like a really shitty experience. But I appreciate the concern.
I'm sorry that you had to deal with that.
Donna, you should be ashamed of your son for making fun of a cripple.
I'm not sorry for my skepticism about it.
Dude, it was not good. Look, I am the first to admit that like I exaggerate things. It was like, in all seriousness, like it was fucking scary right when it happened.
Oh, I bet, yeah. I bet I was
just like, it wasn't like I like pulled a muscle. It was like everything just hurt. Like I had shooting pains.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what did I do? And then of course I got to tell people I was hurt myself putting on a fucking neck warmer.
That was my favorite part personally.
That
was the best.
I got back into work on Monday. Like I couldn't, they're like, oh, I'm skiing. It's like, oh, you know, I hurt, or Wednesday, I guess. It's like, I hurt my neck. No, I didn't crash into a tree.
Messed up my spinal cord. pretty big time neck warmer incident.
Yeah, no bueno, man.
Let me ask you. So first off, I'm with you. Like anything in the realm of like the neck spinal cord freaks me out. Which is the reason why this is not on our list, but I'm going to ask about it now just because it's kind of, I don't know, in the same ballpark. I was on TikTok the other day and I saw some people sharing there were videos on my For You page of a chiropractor.
Never been to a chiropractor.
Would you ever go to one?
No, because like I grew up hearing they were like fake and they like hurt people.
I would be terrified to go to a chiropractor.
Yeah, dude.
Like anytime
chiropractors are like known for like malpractice lawsuits because they paralyze people.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, my brain is so like rotted by watching movies and like particularly like action movies where like someone comes through and just like breaks someone's neck like that I get so like I have a weird like triggering reaction whenever I watch a video like that and the chiropractor like grabs a person like this to do their neck. I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna kill them right now. We're gonna watch someone die on
it's a murder. It's a murder.
It would be I don't know. I feel like it would feel good. I do think it would feel good because it's one of those things like you've cracked like your knuckles or you know.
Yeah, but I feel like it could go terribly wrong very quickly.
That's the thing. Like, it's one of those things that like, it's one of the things where I would be so nervous about it and so sure that it's going to go wrong
That would probably cause it to go wrong.
maybe, but also would be one of those things where I would do it and would be like, oh, okay, that actually wasn't bad. That actually felt really good. But then
Not for me.
I just would not even test it though. Like I would never test it.
Just not for me.
No, not for me either. What do you say? You want to get into our movie club?
Yeah, I mean, we can. Go ahead.
What?
I was gonna make a pun, but I
Do
was
it.
having a tough time coming up with one.
Let's hear it. Let's see what you got. Work
I
through
was
it right
gonna
now.
say
Workshop it on the show.
it's a miracle we made it here this quickly.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, he'll be here all weekend. Yes, we watched well, first off, we've moved past rom-coms. We're done with the rom-com series.
We out.
How excited are you to get into this sports movie one?
Pretty excited. Although I will say, after watching this movie today, I am less excited, and I will explain why.
Interesting. Wow, hold on. I'm actually really, really intrigued now by this. Feels like it's going to be a negative review. Wow. I was not expecting. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. I love sports movies, even though certain issues that I'm sure we'll be talking about at some point. But so this week, John kicked us off by choosing the 2004 classic Disney sports movie, Miracle, starring Kurt Russell, who plays Herb Brooks, hired to coach the 1980 U.S. men's Olympic hockey team. Perfect movie to kick this thing off, fresh off the Winter Olympics. As they the story of the Miracle on Ice. We all know it. We all know the story. Yep. Directed by Gavin O'Connor, who is a very good sports movie director. John, I don't know if you've watched any of the other movies he's done.
I don't know if I have.
He did an MMA movie called Warrior.
Definitely have not watched that.
That was really good. It's about these like two brothers who are MMA fighters and end up having to face each other. Very solid movie. And then he did a movie called The Way Back a couple years ago. It actually was one of the first movies that came out during the pandemic last year, or 2 years ago, I guess. Fuck. God, that's so depressing. Sorry.
It's been a while.
Ben Affleck plays a basketball coach battling like alcoholism and stuff. Another solid sports movie. Neither of those are cliched. But let's get into Miracle.
So I will say this: going into this, one of my favorite sports movies.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it was good. I think it's like it's a fun movie to watch. It's a pretty easy watch. Like there aren't any slow parts.
Right.
Always action. I think the interesting thing about this movie is like most people who watch the movie know exactly what's going to happen, yet it's still exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally, yeah. I mean, it's one
of
the.
So I watched this
based on
movie.
true story.
You and I were texting this morning about the movie, and I watched it after you and I were texting.
Okay.
And
did I ruin it?
I felt like I was more critical than I typically
I'm sorry.
And I was like, this is just a bad sports movie. Like, this is what all the other movies are.
I'm so sorry.
That's my fault. I was kind of down on it. I'm not gonna lie. I just like it wasn't. They do a couple things I like. I love how they mix in like the real video at the end of the movie. I thought they did that in a very tasteful way.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like sports movies are weird because you can't actually like put that kind of stuff in without it seeming super cheesy.
Right.
And I think they do a very good job in this movie with the audio, and they do some video clips. Like, I actually think they do a really good job with that.
Yeah.
The second part I love is the scene when they're in the hockey rink and they're doing the sprints back and forth.
That's good. That's great.
An absolutely powerful scene. And I think like it's just, it gets me like pumped up. It's just like this, I don't know. I just love it. I love the scene. But I just couldn't. And I think that's why I'm like, as I wasn't excited about sports movies, because it's like, I don't know. It just, after hearing you talk, it's just like sports movies are, I don't know. I'm just like not excited about them now. Because like realistic sports movies are hard to be realistic. And I get that. I do think Miracle does a really good job of being realistic. I think movies like The Little Giants or whatever, when they're not trying to mimic a real life scenario, are easier to be less cheesy.
That's fair. Now let me can
I say actually one more thing?
Yeah.
Of all the movies I've watched about real life sporting events, and this one's tough because it's a movie that was based in the 80s, and they did a good job of making it like it was made in 2004, right? They did a good job making it feel like it was actually made in the 80s, like with the clothing. Like they did a really good job of that. I think this is one of the better ones. Like, I think there are
Yeah.
movies out there that try to mimic real world scenarios that are trash compared to this
Yeah.
movie. I think this is a really good movie. I think Disney did a really good job with it. But there, you do notice it when you look at through that lens.
Okay, I want to get into this with you because first off, I do apologize if my text about it made you view it differently. I apologize, but I've got on Letterboxd, I've got Disney Pictures movies like pulled up on my list here. All right, I'm gonna run off some titles, early 2000s Disney sports movies. Right,
Okay.
2001, arguably, or no, sorry, 2000, arguably their best one. Remember the Titans. Great, great movie. Denzel Washington, phenomenal.
That movie, by the way, was shot very close to where I grew up. Very
Was it
close to the
really?
wedding venue. Druid Hills High School, right
Huh.
around the corner. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool actually.
Yep.
And that's once again based on a true story, a real high school team. You know, okay.
But can I say something? I agree with you. It's based on a true story, but I think there's a difference between based
But
on
it's a
true
lesser
story
known.
and based on something that everyone's seen in real life. Like everyone watched the 1980
Right. Yeah, it's
Olympics
lesser
and
known.
saw that. Like you can get away with not, like in Miracle, they couldn't have played the 1980 Olympic hockey game without it being super cheesy. Remember
Yeah.
the Titans, they can't because it's a high school football game and no one actually remembers it.
Yeah, exactly. A couple years later, they did The Rookie, another underdog sports movie based on a true story. Dennis Quaid plays the pitcher Jim Morris, who
Right.
high school teacher who ends up in the majors. Then in two is Miracle the next one? Miracle is the next one in 2004, which we're talking about. And then there is another one. Oh, they have The Greatest Game Ever Played, which is in 2005, and I believe is based on a true story as well about golf, starring Shia LaBeouf. Another underdoggy type story. Then you get Glory Road, 2006 college basketball movie based on a true underdog story. Then you get Invincible, also in 2006, based on a true underdog story in the NFL. And we'll stop there. A lot. This is kind of like a pattern that Disney had come up with around this time. And honestly, because they kind of hit the script so perfectly in terms of like getting kids like us to love these movies.
Right.
Like they are just like, they're fun and they're super like kid and family friendly. They have like just enough drama to like get people to be like, yeah, this is like kind of fun to watch. Like this is good. Like you get, and I went through the script with you in our text when I ruined the movie for you. And it's always the coach gets the opportunity he's been looking for, but it also causes a little bit of strife and conflict within the family. The players on the team either don't get along or they don't trust the coach right away. The coach earns the respect from the players or vice versa. The ragtag bunch of underdogs find a way to click at the right time and start rattling off wins and get to where they need to go. And then you either get the big uplifting win moment or the tough, heartbreaking loss where they learn lessons. And obviously Miracle, we know the story, they win, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Well,
the interesting thing, yeah, keep going.
Kurt Russell's really fucking good.
Dude, really good, man.
He's really good at this. And that's the thing.
He sells himself as like a real fucking hockey coach.
It's the thing that keeps these movies good. Like this would be, and we've talked about it with rom-coms before, where it's like, if this movie did not have these people, this would be a train wreck. A movie like this, a movie like Remember the Titans, if it's the wrong pick for the coach.
What's the name of the assistant coach in Miracle? Like the actor, because he's in like a bunch of these movies and he's also the perfect assistant coach.
Are you thinking that Noah Emmerich, the like blondish dude?
No, let's see here. Noah Emmerich. No.
I can't, I'll be honest, I can barely remember anything about this.
It is, hold on, I got you.
But I while you're looking that up, Kurt Russell carries it. I mean, the
Noah Emmerich. Yeah, Noah Emmerich.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's good in a few other things too. I mean, he's a very solid actor. Kurt Russell carries it. I mean, we all like we've all seen like the big speech moment. Like it's a major thing, and like it's great. I yeah, I didn't hate this movie. I thought it was, perfectly fine. Like it, I don't know. I'm interested to see where this ends up being on my personal list as well as on our list as a whole for sports movies. But I didn't hate it. Like I thought it was fine. Like it's the same. All these Disney movies are just kind of like
And so I haven't seen
exist.
all the other Disney movies, which I
Okay.
think is so like I liked it, but I did see it as a little more critical through those eyes. So we'll see how it links. But it's a good movie. I think it's a good movie to start. Perfect with
Yeah, I
dinner. Like,
enjoyed it. It was
good, feel
a
good.
it was fun. Like you get the big like
What was your favorite scene?
it's the speech.
Okay.
I love the speech and the
The
sprints.
skating. Yeah, okay. Those are my top two.
Those are the two. Man, I'm now worried about the original pick that I had, and I'm wondering if I should go something else.
No, just go for it, man.
Because my plan was to go with another Disney sports movie that you said you hadn't watched. So I'm going to give you a choice as I look to make sure something is streaming. I'm going to say you have a choice between either Glory Road, which I don't think you know. Do you know what it is about at all?
I've seen one of those. Hold on.
60s college basketball, Texas Western, now Utah.
Oh, I have seen Glory Road.
Oh, you have
I
seen
have
it.
seen Glory Road. Yep.
Okay. Well, then maybe I won't.
Glory Road. I like Glory. I actually would enjoy watching this because I do think I see the parallels between this and Miracle.
Okay. So I was gonna go that, or I was gonna go, and I'll spoil that whatever is not picked might be my pick for the next time. But I'm thinking either Glory Road or The Waterboy.
Never seen The Waterboy.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna watch The Waterboy next week. How have you never seen The Waterboy?
Dude, it was made in 1998. I don't know why movies that old.
We were like 7 when it came out. How did you not watch this constantly in middle school?
What can you watch it on?
Peacock.
Okay.
How did you never watch The Waterboy? You got to turn it off Sports Center at some point, man.
Or that or the Weather Channel.
Jesus. Like that, this thing was in rotation constantly from the time I was like, honestly, like probably like right as soon as it came out. Honestly,
never saw it, man.
I watched it way too early. Arguably the most is it the most famous Adam Sandler movie?
No, the golf movie is probably one.
You think Happy Gilmore's bigger?
Yeah,
that's probably
definitely.
True.
Yeah.
I'd say it's right there with it though.
What about Big Daddy? You think that's bigger? I think Big Daddy might.
No.
Okay.
I would go Happy Gilmore. I would maybe go Billy Madison second. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, The Waterboy, and then maybe Big Daddy. Maybe even The Wedding Singer before Big Daddy. Man, he's got a new movie coming out that looks really interesting. Where he plays like a washed up basketball scout who discovers a player in Spain and thinks it's like his ticket back to the NBA. Drama. It looks really good. So yeah, we will watch The Waterboy because we'll maybe revisit Glory Road because I do really like that movie a lot too. But especially since you haven't seen Waterboy, we need to watch it. Man, it's gonna be fun. You are maybe solving a question that Nick and I have had for a long time.
What's that?
We've wondered, okay, Adam Sandler movies, as we have gotten older,
how do they age?
They've declined. Like the newer movies that he comes out with.
Okay.
Like have not been as like the comedies have just not been as good.
Okay.
Right. And so we have always kind of wondered, like, did we like The Waterboy so much because we
Interesting.
were
Okay.
like 11 when we first watched it a ton.
I'm
and like
sure
if
I'm
we
about to rain on someone's parade here. So
I mean, if you say it's bad, you're wrong, is the way I'm gonna look at it.
fair.
But I'm very excited for this. This is gonna be a good one. Man.
Nice. I'm excited too.
Yeah. I'm genuine. I hope it doesn't come off as like I'm genuinely stunned you've never seen this movie. I'm so excited.
Heard of it, just never seen it.
Well, yeah, I assumed you had heard of it.
Honestly, I've heard of it. I didn't even know Adam Sandler was in it though.
You're a fascinating person to me. That's wild. Okay. That's what we're watching this week.
There's a good chance I have seen it, but I just don't ever remember seeing it. Like
I will be very, very surprised if you don't text me like 10 minutes into this movie and say, okay,
I've seen it.
this.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be very surprised because there's no way, just with how much. And now, granted, what I'm about to say means nothing because you only fucking watch ESPN and the Weather Channel, but like, there's no way you didn't see this on Comedy Central.
I didn't watch
like,
Comedy Central.
I
don't
know
that
you
I was
didn't.
allowed to watch Comedy Central.
You are an adult, John. It's on now. Like, if you turn it to Comedy Central right now, it's probably on. But yeah, so that's what we'll watch. Thank you everybody for listening. Be sure to watch The Waterboy with us next week. I wish it was on Prime. That'd be a good
on Peacock. Oh, that would be a good one. Dude.
It'd be a perfect watch party. I need to find a good sports movie that we could do on the
Michael Carvelli show
on the Twitch watch party one time. What do we have? Goon, Mr. 3000. God, that movie sucks. We could do a marathon of All or Nothing Tottenham Hotspur, which I still have never seen.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Dude, it's good, man.
It's the downfall of everything. I don't want to watch it.
It's fascinating because it's during beginning of COVID too.
It's it ruins everything.
No, but it's interesting. Like when they first find out about COVID and that, I don't know. It's worth watching just for that.
I know, but I
also
just don't
Daniel Levy or Levy, whatever the hell his name is. It's good. It's not bad. It's when they signed that. What's the not Bertrand Traore? What's like the striker's name? Bergwijn.
Yeah,
they like sign him in the middle of it. It's super cool. So I'm a big fan of it. Big fan of it.
I need to watch it. That would maybe be a good. I was teasing Nick with the idea of like I should just do like turn a stream on for like an episode or two of something while I eat lunch, and just do like a workday lunchtime stream.
Yeah, I like that
before I get back to work.
Dude, you could finish the Tottenham thing in a week.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe do that. But yes. So we were watching Waterboy. Thanks everybody so much for listening to the show, watching the show. If you're on YouTube, be sure to
hey, and if you're on YouTube, if you're not on YouTube, you're missing out.
If you're not on YouTube, you're missing
I am wearing a beautiful outfit today.
It's fine.
We're not going to tell you what it is.
You wear the same thing like every week, though.
Dude, I'm trying to like get people to watch on YouTube.
Okay, interesting. John's wearing an Aston Villa jacket.
No, I'm wearing a giraffe costume.
Okay. Subscribe on all of your podcast apps. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Let us know if you like the show and where can they reach us on the socials to do that, Jonathan.
phoninginpodcast@gmail.com or phoninginpod on Twitter and Facebook.
You're not
also
Jonathan,
happy.
are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not Jonathan.
Jonathan Bertram Terry.
Yeah, no. Happy 9-month birthday to the nephew of the pod, Lucas.
3/4 of a year.
Dude, almost walking too. Is it bad whenever I see videos of him? I just like I show Mariel. I'm like, look at what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
like, look at what he's doing. It's so pathetic.
No, I am like the most.
I show my coworkers. I'm like, he stood up today.
I will. Yeah, I have. If I am sent like a video or photo of him while I am at my parents' house, I will like be like, look at him. Look.
It worked. I was like bragging on him, and a coworker was like, "Oh, who is that?" I was like, "It's my nephew, Lucas." And they're like, "Oh, I didn't know your brother had a baby." I was like, "No, it's like my best friend."
Yeah,
it's my nephew though.
Yeah, I like the most invested fake uncles
ever
of all time.
Yeah, fake uncles.
I love it.
We need to get some T-shirts made.
Absolutely,
a proud fake uncle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm holding out hope that the first step happens in the villa.
Dude, it sounds like he might be coming to the villa.
It's probably, I would
I
assume,
did.
for at least a little bit.
I
I would
didn't
hope.
think it.
I mean, I would hope we get to meet him. Like,
I didn't think it was going to happen because of COVID protocols.
yeah, but like he can hang out with us for like 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah, we keep some distance. I mean, COVID's. Yo, did you see the thing the other day about the Ron DeSantis, how he told the kids to like
yeah, I would super not rather talk about Ron
Okay,
DeSantis on this podcast.
got it. Okay, cool. I just really
I
made me
would
mad.
super rather not talk about that person in particular on this show.
Yeah,
Because
he's
fuck him. But yes, as always, a shout out to Miguel Savaleon for our theme song. You can check out Saving Miles Lemon on Spotify and Apple Music. John, Saving Miles Lemon has been putting out a lot of new music.
I need to download it on my Spotify app.
Yeah. By the time you hear this, there will be new track dropping.
Really?
Yeah. So check that out and support him for his great music. And with that, that's all we have for this week. Thanks everybody for listening. We will see you next time.
Peace out.